Good point.
You gonna do yoga with me? Oh, yeah, good boy. Let's stretch these. So you stretch. Oh, you just put them. They do. They do. They do.
Hello, hello. Hi, Kim. Hi, guys. How are you?
Well,
Good.
All right. You're in a, is that a new room you're in, Barb?
yeah, it's my basement. We turned it into a workout place.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's so nice. We got it painted, put a mat down, and it's dedicated to yoga now.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I do. It's awesome. We put a TV, but with this Zoom, I guess you can't share to a TV. I was trying to do that, but it said that it was disabled and the host had to enable sharing.
Oh, really? I wonder. We can ask Katie about that.
I'll send her an email.
I wonder if I could do it. Well, no, I'm not it's not my Zoom, so we'll ask her next time. But
Yeah, it's not a deal today. I can always use my iPad. No big deal.
All right. It's Chakra Day.
Yay!
So I was gonna do the second chakra, but I wasn't sure what we did last time. Does anybody remember?
Last week was power. Oh, last chakra.
Last chakra. Does
Oh,
anybody remember? It's okay. We don't really go in order these days. It's like
That's okay.
whatever. So I think we'll do the second chakra today, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So you can just you mute yourselves, and I'll pin this. Okay. Thank you so much for coming, you guys, and for joining me for our chakra practice this month. Although I just realized I was going to do the second chakra, but I just realized we just had Valentine's Day. I think we need to do the heart chakra. What the heck was I thinking? So, yeah, we're going to do the heart chakra instead. Because I think, well, Valentine's Day is a loaded holiday, isn't it? It's a lot. It can be great, it cannot be great, it can be single awareness day, it could be like expectations weren't met day, whatever. But yeah, I think part of our yoga practice is to practice self-love, self-acceptance, compassion. And it's not necessarily about getting any of your needs met externally, but kind of looking inward And so the heart chakra is interesting because it is really the place where we cultivate those capacities for love and compassion and kindness and empathy, certainly toward others, but even more importantly toward yourself. And I think that can get kind of pushed to the side and neglected a little bit, especially when we have this holiday like Valentine's Day, where maybe I don't know, it could be, there are many layers there to bring up some stuff. So our practice today will be oriented around the anahata, and really what I'd like for us to focus on is self-love, self-compassion, kindness. So the heart chakra, the color is green and the element is air. And so you can think about the quality of your breath. Your breath is definitely a significant part of the heart chakra. The heart is also where, in the chakra system, it's right in the middle. And so you've got 3 chakras below the heart, more oriented around the physical, tangible plane. And then 3 chakras above the heart, or oriented around the spiritual or ethereal plane. So the heart is a beautiful, like, meeting place. It's unifier, connector, integrator of opposites. So focusing on our hearts today. They need a little bit of tenderness, maybe a little bit of opening. Maybe they just need, a little bit of a focus. So close your eyes and go ahead and just take a moment to pause here at the beginning of our practice. Sitting up straight and tall, broadening and opening your heart space. We're going to open our practice with a heart-centered breath. So if you bring your fingertips down to the ground, down to the earth, and then on your next in-breath, reach and lengthen the arms all the way up alongside your ears, and then gather the hands together at heart center. Your next in-breath, you're going to direct your arms straight forward and then open the arms out as wide as you can. And then exhale, hands back together, drawing the hands back to your heart. And then inhale back up toward the sky, reach up. And exhale, release your arms all the way back down, touching the earth. And again, like that, arms lengthen up, reach fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands together, front of your heart. Inhale, stretch forward and open out the arms. And then gather all of this goodness back into your own heart center. Inhale, stretch your arms straight up, reach fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, releasing the arms back down, touch the earth. Good. Last round through, reach arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, stretch forward and open. Reach the arms out wide. Exhale, hands come back to your heart center. Inhale, stretch the arms straight up. And exhale, release the arms back down. Good. Go ahead and uncross your legs and plant your feet to the floor. Hold on to the knees. Now, as you inhale, roll the shoulders back and open up through your chest. You're coming into a bit of a back bend. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and round your spine, chin toward your chest. Inhale, lift up again, open, expand, and broaden. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and round your spine. One more just like that. Open and lift. Maybe draw a little deeper. And then exhale, tuck, tail around your spine, chin toward your chest. Good. Come back to your upright position. Bring your hands behind you. Pull back through the shoulders, lift up through your chest. Turn this way a little bit. And then option to lift your hips, to lift your pelvis into a tabletop position. Imagine you had a string attached to your sternum, lifting you up. Take another breath. Exhale or release. Come back down to your seat. And then a couple of windshield wipers, side to side. And so really considering in your practice today, and leading your practice both physically and energetically with your heart center. Your heart will lead this practice. Good. And then let's go ahead and shift forward to the hands and the knees. And move here if you're cat-cow. You're wrapping the belly, lifting the tailbone, opening the chest, and then tucking through the tail and rounding the spine in toward the chest. Good. Go back and forth. A couple more rounds here. Good. Finish out this last round that you're on. And then come back to center, back to neutral. You're going to shift your weight over toward the right hand and the right knee. Your right toes can kind of tuck behind you like a kickstand. And send your left arm up. So your left foot is still on the ground. And you're kind of balancing here, like a side plank, but down on your knee. And then peel your left arm back and open up through your chest, like you're trying to turn your heart toward the ceiling or the sky. Good. And then stretch your left arm forward alongside your ear. And then circle the arm down toward the floor. And then back behind you and up. Good. And just rotate through this left arm, a couple more rounds. Feeling into the arm and the shoulder, the chest. Good. And then the next time your left arm reaches forward, pause. Pick up your left leg. Balance here on the right hand, the right knee. And then bend your left leg, if it's available. Reach back and grab a hold of your foot with the hand. As you do that, kick into the hand and expand your chest, your heart. Opening up this space, 2 more. Full deep breaths. Good. Beautiful, you guys. Release. Re-extend, and then bring it all the way back to all fours. And let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow here before we move to the other side. Good. Finding your way back to neutral, back to center. Shift your weight over to your left hand, your left knee. Kick your left toes back behind you like a little kickstand and stretch your right arm up. peel back with your right arm and shoulder, like you're trying to turn your chest up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Take another breath here. Good, and then send your right arm forward alongside your ear, and then circle the arm down toward the floor, and then back behind you and up. Good. Give this a couple more full circles, full rounds. As you move through the arm and the shoulder, creating that space, that range of motion. Now take your right arm, reach it forward. Pick up your right foot, if that's available. Feel into this balance, your side. And then bend your right leg, reach back, and grab a hold of the foot, the hand. Kick into the hand, pull the shoulder back, open and broaden. Good. Give this another full breath, expanding your heart space. Perfect. And then release your foot, re-extend. We'll come back to all fours. Or again, just a couple rounds of cat-cow. Good. And then whenever you are ready, we're going to make our way into a downward facing dog. So push into the floor before your hands, your palms, the pad of the fingers. Really root and anchor. Feel your breath here. Maybe a little shifting from one foot to the other. Good. Take one more breath here in your downward dog. And bend your knees, look forward toward the top of your mat. Step or hop forward. Landing at the top, flat back as you inhale. Stretch forward to that lengthened spine. Exhale, hold. And then come all the way up to standing on your next in-breath. Reach up. And then bring your hands together. Heart center. Awesome, everybody. Take your arms back up as you inhale. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Pull on the wrist up and over into a side bend, side body stretch. Give this an extra breath, shifting your hips to your right. And then back up through center and switch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, give a pull up and over into your side bend. Good, lengthening, give this an extra breath, shift your hips a little bit to your left. And then back up through center, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows and lean back. Open through your chest. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Everything leads with the heart today. Fold it in. Halfway lift. Lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold. All the way back up to standing on your in-breath. Maybe a little mini back bend. Good. Exhale. Hands together. Heart center. Let's do that much again, everybody. So stretch your arms back up. Lengthen. Bend your elbows and lean back. Open through your chest. Stretch your arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out your spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. All the way back up to standing on your next in-breath. Reach, feel your arms move through space, hands together, heart center. Take your arms back up, stretch all the way up, lift and lengthen. Bend your elbows, lean back, open through your chest. Stretch up through your arms. Exhale, forward fold.
This time, step your left foot back into a lunge. Come down to that left knee.
Reach your arms up. Bend your elbows. Deepen into your lunge, open your chest. And then stretch your arms back up. Bring your hands to the floor.
Pick up your back knee and reach your right arm up for a twist, twisting lunge. Stay an extra breath, lean back and open. Exhale, right hand comes back, step right foot back to a downward facing dog. Pause. Step your left foot forward, lunge, come down to your right knee.
And stretch up through your arms. Same thing here, bend your elbows. Deepen into your lunge and open through your chest. Stretch your arms back up. Exhale, hands down.
Take up your back knee and stretch your left arm up for a twist. Stay for an extra breath, lean back and open.
Exhale, left hand down.
Step forward, back into your fold. Come all the way back up to
Standing, stretch it up. And then hands come together. Front of your heart. Good, keep this moving, arms lengthen up. Huge breath here. Bend your elbows, lean back, open through your chest. Stretch your arms back up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold.
step your right foot back, drop down to your right knee.
Extend your arms up, bend your elbows, lean back, open your chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands down.
Pick up your back knee and reach your left arm up for your twist. So turning the heart open to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Step back to downward dog.
And then right foot forward.
Drop down to the left knee.
Reach the arms up. Huge breath. Bend your elbows. Lean back and open your chest. Stretch back up through your arms. And exhale, hands down.
Pick up your back knee and reach your right arm up for your twist. Right hand comes down and step forward, back into your fold.
All the way back up to standing, rise up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Awesome, you guys, take your arms up, stretch up tall, bend your knees, sit into a chair pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Bend your elbows, squeeze the lowest tips of your shoulder blades toward one another. Open your chest, arch back a little bit. And then you're gonna release or reach your arms back, clasp your hands behind your back. Pull back through your shoulders, pull the knuckles down and back and open through your chest. Take another breath here. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep your clasp if you want for a couple of breaths. Let your head relax.
Good. Everybody take your hands to your low back, release your clasp, and then lengthen halfway lift. Take hands to the ground now, step to plank pose, hold, top of your push-up, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lead with your heart to a cobra or an up dog. Find your back bend here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg up into the air. So reach it back behind you, lengthen. Bend your right leg and open up through your hip. Lift up. And then step that right foot through, coming into a high lunge or crescent lunge. So take your arms up. Strong and fired up through your back leg, strong in your front leg, reaching from the tailbone out through the crown of your head and your fingertips. Bend your elbows and bend your back knee at a hover. Lean back and open through your chest. So imagine you had this light, the center of your heart, turning it up toward the ceiling. Take your arms down, clasp your hands behind your back. So similar to what we did in chair pose. Pull shoulders back, knuckles down, bend your back knee, one more little inch. Take another breath here. And then straighten up your back leg, bring your chest and belly toward your right thigh. Now you can keep it just as is, lengthen forward through the crown of the head, or pick up your back leg, come into a little standing balance with the fingers interlaced. Opening through your chest, take one more breath here. Good, gently step it back. Crescent lunge, high lunge, re-extend the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Now step your right foot back to plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, come all the way down to your belly. Take your arms back along your side, setting up for locust, Kalabhasana. You're going to lift arms and legs up away from the floor. Put a slight bend in your elbows and squeeze shoulder blades and elbows toward that midline. Strong through your legs, active through your feet. Take one more in-breath, lift through your chest. Exhale, release. Send your right arm straight out to the right for shoulder pigeon. Left hand to the ground. Gently push the body over to its right side and point the left knee up toward the ceiling, or you can grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand, coming into that half bow. Good. Take one more breath here. And just let that go. Release the foot. Come back to the belly. Come up to the hands and the knees. And come into a little gentle cat-cow movement. Good. Find your way back to neutral, back to center. And we're going to extend the right arm forward and the left leg back behind you, finding your way into this spinal balance. A little bit of core here. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, draw your right elbow toward the left knee, coming into a little crunch. Inhale, stretch it back out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, back out. One more of these. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch back out. Now this time, you're going to reach your right arm back along your side and bend your left leg. You can grab a hold of your foot if that's available. Kick into your right hand and draw your heart forward. Lift up through your chest, through your sternum. Take one more huge breath here. Open it up. Good. Let that go. Release. Re-extend, bring it back to all fours. And go ahead and sit all the way into a child's pose. Sit back. And release here through your low back. Good. And then as you're ready, come back up to your hands and your knees. All the way back to downward facing dog. So plug hands into the floor, lift through your hips, relax your neck, relax your jaw. Coming back to our home base. Good. And then as you're ready, we're going to send the left leg back behind, reach it all the way up. Bend your leg open through your hip. Give it a little stretch. Good. Step it through, set up for your crescent lunge. So keeping your legs really strong, back heel lifted, arms reach up alongside your ears. Feel your breath here in this lunge. Lengthening again from the tailbone out through the fingertips and the crown of your head. Strong and engaged. Bend your elbows, goalpost your arms. Bend your back knee at a hover. And turn up toward the ceiling. Again, like you had a light at the center of your heart, lighting up the sky. Take another huge breath here. And release your arms down, clasp your hands behind your back. Pull back through your shoulders, pull the knuckles down, bend your back knee even more. Take another huge breath. Now you're going to straighten up this back leg. Bring chest and belly toward your left thigh. You can keep it here or play around with this balance. Maybe float your right leg up. Keep your standing leg, your left leg a little bit bent. Take one more breath wherever you are here. And then release. Step it back, release your clasp and reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Stepping back to your plank pose. Hold and then lower down chaturanga. Come all the way down to your belly. Take your arms back along your sides. Your next in breath, go ahead and lift arms and legs up, locust pose. You can do the same thing here we did before, or maybe you want to interlace the fingers behind the back. Hug your shoulder blades in, squeeze through your inner thighs, lift up through your chest, through your heart, through your sternum. 2 more breaths here. And release, let go of your clasp. Send your left arm straight out to the left. Shoulder pigeon. Right hand to the ground. Let me roll over to your left side, your left hip. Point the right knee up. Breathe. Maybe you want to reach the right arm, grab a hold of the right foot. Good. Take another full breath here. And gently release. Come on back. Belly. And up to your hands and your knees. Good. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Good, and find your way back to center, back to neutral. You will extend the left arm forward, right leg back behind you, finding your way into this spinal balance here, feeling into your breath, more stability. Good. As you exhale, draw your left elbow towards your right knee, coming into a little crunch. Inhale, re-extend, stretch it out long. Exhale, pull it in. And then inhale, reach back out, slow and steady. Last one of these, pull it in, elbow towards your knee, get strong. Re-extend as you inhale, lengthen, reach your left arm back, bend your right leg. If available, grab a hold of your foot. Kick into the hand, pull your left shoulder back, lift and expand and open through your heart. Couple more breaths here. Kick and lift and open. Good. Let that go. Nice and easy. Re-extend. Exhale. Bring it back down. Send it all the way back to a child's pose. Good. Everybody come back up, hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Let the hands in the floor. As you're ready, take your your right leg back behind you. Bend your leg and open. Step right foot through, warrior two. So spin your back, heel flat. Arrange the right knee directly over your ankle, shoulders roll back, arms extend. Torso straight upright, feel your breath. You can turn your gaze forward just beyond your right fingertips. Deepening into that lunge. Your next exhale, take your arms down and clasp your hands behind your back. Open up through your chest, lift up through your sternum, ostrich pose. You're going to dive forward, right shoulder toward the inside of your right knee. If that feels like it's too much, release your clasp and bring your hands down to the ground. Continue to pull your thighs back, drawing a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths here. Good, and then ease back upright, re-extend through your arms. Now straighten up your front leg, triangle pose. So reach forward, keep your chest open, tilt the body over. And again, imagine you had that light at the center of your chest, opening, broadening and expanding. So if that means that you don't go down quite so far, your right hand down to the foot or the ground, that's okay. Create a little more space. Take 1 more breath. We're going to look down at the floor, Ardha Chandrasana or half moon pose. So shift your weight into that front leg. Reach up for your left arm, left leg. Now, option here to bend your top leg and find your foot, as we've been doing some of these half bow variations. You can try it here in half moon. Feel your breath. Play around with your balance here. Take 1 more full breath. And release your foot. Come on back to plank pose. So step your left foot to the back of your mat, followed by your right foot. Take a breath. Exhale, chaturanga, lower all the way down. And take your arms back. Now, So we've been here before. You can stick with locust pose, lifting your arms and your legs up. Or this time around, you could bend both legs, grab a hold of both feet for Dhanurasana or bow pulling. So kick into your hands, pull the shoulder heads back. Maybe that's plenty, opening up your chest. You could lift your thighs and your knees off the mat and kick back and start to open your chest toward the front of the room or the front of your mat. Good. Work this pose for a couple more breaths. Kick back, lift, open. Nice. Everybody release your feet. And then just take your feet over to side like windshield wipers. Great job. All righty. Come back up, hands and knees. So if you need a child's pose or a puppy pose or a back release, work into that. And then we'll make our way back to a downward facing dog. Good. Send your left leg back behind you, reach it all the way up. Bend your left leg, open up through your hip, so give it a little stretch. And step it through, warrior two. Heel your feet on the ground, left knee stacked over the ankle, extend out through your arms. Strong legs, strong lunge. Torso upright, heart open, gazing forward just beyond your left fingertips, deepen into your lunge. Good. Exhale, let your arms come down and clasp your hands behind your back. So leading everything with our heart today, shoulders back, open your chest, dive forward into your ostrich pose. So your heart comes down, followed by your head. Pull your thighs back, feel your breath. Good. Last breath here, everybody. Make your way all the way back up to your warrior two. Release your clasp, re-extend. Straighten up, left leg, grow tall. Reach it forward. So we're coming into triangle pose, but keep your chest open as you bring it down. Right arm reaches up, turning your heart more open. So you can think about just a little bit of a twist happening here in your triangle. The light at the center of your chest. Take one more breath here, open and create a little more space. Good. Look down at the floor, coming into your balance. So Ardha Chandrasana, shift your weight into that front leg, reaching the right arm and the left leg up. Option to bend your right leg. Reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot. Take into your hand if you've got the foot, otherwise just play around with your balance. Take another huge breath here. Let that go, release. You're going to step it all the way back to plank pose. Pause at the top, chaturanga. Good, so same thing here, you guys. You can do locust again, lifting up through your arms and your legs, or you can work with both, bending both legs, grabbing a hold of the tops of the feet or even down closer to the ankles. And as you're ready, kick into your hands, pull back to the shoulder head, open up your chest. Option to lift your thighs up, your knees up, kick back. The more you kick back, the more you can draw your weight back toward your thighs and your knees and lifting through your heart. Good. 2 more strong breaths here. Kick back and lift. And release the feet. Keep your legs bent here, just windshield wiper. Side to side. Perfect, you guys. Make your way back up to your hands and your knees. Maybe all the way to a child's pose, puppy pose. And in fact, let's let everybody move into what's called Anahatasana, or this is puppy pose, heart chakra pose. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands forward. And then lead your chest down toward the ground. The hips stay up. Your forehead can touch the ground, or you could even bring your chin to the ground and look forward. Good, you guys. All right, make your way back up. And come on for back. We're going to finish up with bridge pose and possibly a full wheel, full back step. So, but no pressure. Any version is fine. So bring the soles of your feet to the ground with heart. Make sure the heels are lined up underneath your knees, more or less. Bend your elbows so your elbows stay close to your ribs and your waistline. Your fingertips point up. Before you lift your hips up, push with your elbows and your shoulder blades. Lift your chest up, popping up to your heart. Keep that as is, and then lift your hips away from the mat and play around here with this bridge. Your arms can stay where they are. You relax your arms down along your sides, or you could even interlace your fingers and shimmy your shoulder blades, your shoulders more inward. Push the ground away to your feet. Lift from the back of your heart, lifting through your chest, through your sternum. Keep your legs strong, rooted. Now you can stay here in bridge pose and hang out for a few breaths, and you can even repeat it a couple of times. For those of you that want to go into full wheel, let's go ahead and release out of this, lower the pelvis to the floor. And then we're actually going to bring the hands to the floor next to ears. Fingertips toward the shoulders. And if you want to watch this one time through and then try it, that's fine. But we're going to try to lift the chest as best we can and then lift up through the hips. Push with the hands, come up on top of the head. You might even turn your fingers out just a little tiny bit and then straighten out through your arms. And open to your chest. Sometimes I like to lift the heels of my feet up to give a little more space, but you or the Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. when we feel kind of done with that or bridge pose, lower everything back down. And then pull your knees into your chest. Start to rock side to side. Happy, feet, pull your knees down, tailbone down, deep from toward the floor. And let go of your feet, everybody. Hug both knees in toward your chest. Take both knees to the right for a spinal twist. Reach your left arm out to the left. Or take any version of this twist. And everybody draw your knees back in, take your knees over to your other side. Spinal twist. Then ready to bring your knees back in toward your chest. Stretch your legs out toward your arms up and back alongside your feet. And then relax your arms down along the side. As we've been working today with the heart chakra, I'd like to finish with a little writing from Mark Nepo. I'm sure you've all heard this before, most likely, but I think it's just a good reminder. This was written for Joel at 94. He says, they say that miners in South America strap small lamps around their chests, that this works better than the light coming from the center of your head. They say the head can cool, but the heart can't turn without the body. This makes me think of you digging your way through your long life, lighting everything with your heart. It's a good way to live. And when we sit at the end of the day, our hearts illumine the day. We see each other in its radiance. I can tell. It reminds you of many circles you've been a part of. It's a good way to measure time, to make our way on earth by the light coming from our heart. This is what you've taught us.
Is it any wonder that what we touch, including us, flows? So just allowing the body to rest here, continuing to expand this energy, this light, life force from your heart. Begin to exhale the breath. Open up the body, starting with breath setting chest. Taking time to shift to the side, to the fetal position. And all the way back up to seat. Let's extend the arms up alongside the ears, first ball. And all this goodness into your heart center. Thank you for joining me for practice today, everybody. We'll finish with one round of breath. Take a full breath in. Namaste. Thank you
Nice.
for the teas.
Thank you. That was awesome.
You do like my bait and switch? We're gonna do the second chakra, and then I was like, oh, we're gonna do the heart chakra.
It was better.
It was good. Yeah.
And how do you talk during that locust coat pose so easily? Holding onto your ankles and I can barely breathe, and you're just over there.
Oh, I'm a professional, Wendy's.
Yes, you are. Yes, that was great.
That was really wonderful.
I adore you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Okay.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.